Welcome to the Mystic Media channel. I am your host, Rabina Rastaban, aka The Realist Astrologer. And today I am honoring a request from one of my subscribers. He asked me to look into the chart in numerology of Aaliyah, so that's what I'm going to do today. So Aaliyah was born on January 16, 1979, and that makes her a Capricorn. Now it makes her a softened Capricorn. If you know anything about Capricorns, they could be sometimes they could be kind of mean and very business-like, very, managerial, very authoritarian. However, a lot of Capricorns born on the 16th or even 7th for that matter are more softened. They're less authoritarian and they're more agreeable, and they can be very selfless, which Aaliyah was. So just the fact that she was a Capricorn made her a very hard worker, made her very ambitious. However, her ambition was not exactly her own, because she started off very early in age in the entertainment industry, namely at the hands of her parents. Her parents really pushed her into the entertainment industry. They saw her potential, they saw her talent. 16 can result in people having natural artistic ability, especially through music and dance, which she was very talented in both. Because 16 breaks down to 7. 7 is a very artistic number. However, 16 is one of the hardest numbers to be born under because it's a number of grave misfortune, it's a number of catastrophe, and also a number of sacrifice. So through Aaliyah's pursuit of her career and pursuit of success, she had to sacrifice her own life, or her own life was sacrificed in the process. But before her death, her life, I feel like her life, or individuality for that matter, was sacrificed simply because she was thrust out there at such an early age. Now, in her chart, she has Moon conjunct Saturn, and I spoke of that before in a previous video regarding another celebrity. Moon conjunct Saturn also often deals with someone who had to grow up too fast. They didn't have much of a childhood. She's related to Gladys Knight through marriage. Her uncle was married to Gladys Knight at one time, and she even used to tour with Gladys Knight when she was a young child. She was on Star Search. She signed her first record deal at age 12. So she was in the industry for quite a long time before she was even recognized on a world scale. Moon conjunct Saturn can also deal with the marriage she had at an early age with R. Kelly. Moon conjunct Saturn, often there's someone pulling your strings. There's someone much older than you that's, trying to shape you or mold you. Um, Her mother, Moon conjunct Saturn, played a very big influential role in terms of her career, as well as her father. Saturn can represent one's father. He was her business manager. So Aaliyah's life was basically carved out for her, and that's evident in terms of her South Node. South Node deals with your past life profile and a lot of the karmic residue that you bring over into this current life. So with her South Node being at the 20th degree of Pisces, a lot of her life was already orchestrated in advance. So basically she just had to show up and play her role. Pisces is a very spiritual sign. Basically, it's all spiritual. It also deals with artistic ability. So that South Node and Pisces in her chart deals with her coming from many lifetimes as being artistically inclined. However, Pisces is a sign of enslavement and bondage. Just like the number 16, just like the number 7, 16 breaks down to 7. 7 is the number of Pisces. It's also the number of Neptune. Neptune rules Pisces. So in that vein, she not only came into this world with plenty of artistic ability, she also came into this lifetime being already geared towards kind of being enslaved and kind of having to sacrifice her own individuality for other people. And she, through her career, she helped to uplift others, namely Missy Elliott, Timberland. When she was first, when they were first starting out, she already had a double platinum album with Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. So they had spoke about in an interview that they were very nervous to work with her at first because she was already experienced, and she already had made her mark. But she helped to uplift them, and she basically was a springboard to their careers. Now, her north node is in Virgo, which is the opposite sign of Pisces. So her purpose dealt with helping people to advance. So her lifetime really didn't consist of really uplifting herself and self adulation. It was really about uplifting others and basically being an inspiration for others. So Aaliyah's life and her premature death, really, it wasn't premature because it was destined. So, can you really call a death that happens early in one's lifetime premature if it was meant to be? And basically, from looking at her chart and her numerology, it appears that her death was actually a form of liberation because Aaliyah was kind of enslaved and trapped um, through people around her, namely her family. And while I believe her family meant wanted the best for her and had the best intentions toward her, um, they basically, shaped her and molded her according to their ideal, as well as other people in her circle were basically molding her according to their ideal. So she was basically living her life for other people. And what's very telling is she had a dream prior to her death, and this dream was very foreboding, and it dealt with her flying away. She said that she felt free, but at the same time, she felt kind of sad because she didn't have her friends or family with her. And she also said that in the dream, somebody was following her. So to me, that deals with, again, the number 16, not having really a life of your own. Aaliyah, she was such a warm, peaceful, and inspiring soul. Everyone wanted a piece of her, from R. Kelly to Timberland to Missy Elliott to Jay-Z to Damon Dash. So many people wanted a piece of her, and she didn't have much for herself. So through death, she was able to regain that peace and that serenity that she lost by coming into this world. So while people in this earthly realm, her friends, family, and her fans saw her death as a tragedy, she, on a soul level, saw it as her liberation and her escape from the trappings of the material world, which really enslaved her. So I just wanted to, talk about that, and, hopefully, she has found some peace and she is helping people in another dimension, helping people who are still on the earthly realm, because I feel like she is. I feel like her purpose on this earth was to be somewhat of an avatar. And let me just read to you what an avatar is. An avatar is essentially someone who represents a type of person or idea or quality. um, they are human or animal form of a Hindu god. That's the original definition. Also, it's a manifestation of a deity or a released soul in bodily form on earth. Also, an incarnate divine teacher. Now, with her north node in Virgo, her south node in Pisces, to me, that's the epitome of an avatar. Someone who's very spiritual, who's come from many past lives of being just a total spiritual being, almost being like a deity. And they come into this lifetime basically to impart knowledge and to inspire others and help others achieve success, and at the same time they become somewhat of a martyr. Pisces is the sign of martyrdom. So I do feel like, and once she died, it was like people really realized, the impact that she contributed or that she left upon this earth. And I believe that a lot of her fans can attest to the fact that she just had this angelic persona about her, even despite the scandal, and scandal deals with the number 16 that she experienced with the whole R. Kelly situation, even a little bit with the whole Jay-Z situation. That scandal kind of came out after she crossed over. There was rumors about her dating Jay-Z and the whole Dame Dash and some conflict with that. But Dame Dash basically said that Jay-Z and Aaliyah were never a couple. Jay-Z wanted to be with Aaliyah, but Aaliyah basically put him in the friend zone. That's according to Dame Dash. Dame Dash and Aaliyah, they were actually a couple, but I believe that they were on a falling out because he got with Rachel Roy prior to Aaliyah's death. So he basically chose Rachel Roy over Aaliyah. But there's factors in Aaliyah's chart that basically shows that she really wasn't living for herself, and that really wasn't a conscious thing on her part. She basically came into this life to inspire others and to basically be a model for others to follow. And that's that North Node in Virgo. So that's just basically my take on Aaliyah, her numerology, and her astrology. I only went briefly into it. If you would like me to go deeper into it, I certainly can. I can also discuss the energy that was surrounding her on the date of her death. It does look like foul play was involved. But again, I feel like this was all part of her purpose, her divine purpose, because she, in my eyes, was put on this earth to be an avatar, and she was a martyr, and she had to basically experience the greatest sacrifice, which is sacrificing her own life, not just through death, but her life upon this earth. She sacrificed a lot. So basically, that dream that she had was about freeing herself from the binds and the bondage, number 16, of the material world, so that she could help people from afar in another dimension. So hopefully any Aaliyah fans will find this brief reading I did about her insightful and enlightening. Peace and blessings. Stay tuned.